Good morning. Thank you so much for joining me. We're doing A Course in Miracles lessons, and we are on lesson 308 today. Lesson 308 states, "This instant is the only time there is. I have conceived of time in such a way that I defeat my aim. If I elect to reach past time to timelessness, I must change my perception of what time is for. Time's purpose cannot be to keep the past and future one. The only interval in which I can be saved from time is now. For in this instant has forgiveness come to set me free. The birth of Christ is now, without a past or future. He has come to give his present blessing to the world, restoring it to timelessness and love is ever present, here and now." And so we pray, "Thanks for this instant, Father. It is now I am redeemed. This instant is the time you have appointed for your Son's release and for salvation of the world in him." And that is the end of lesson 308. This instant is the only time there is. We often spend so much time in the past and future, and we lose the present moment. We think about what happened last week and we get upset with the person that we were with. And so before we think about engaging with them again, we go to that moment and they've hurt us all over again. And so we become present in that past moment. We miss the truth that it was a momentary injury or wound, and we always have the choice in how we respond. And so oftentimes we're really more upset about how we responded than how they presented themselves. And so if we can come into the present moment and allow ourselves to just know how we feel in this moment, we can probably avoid so many wounds and injuries because we're not carrying the baggage of the past with us. We can simply choose how we move forward from this moment, staying in the present moment. When we project into the future, again, we are making assumptions about a whole myriad of things that might happen. We can assume we know how one person is going to respond, but then we don't give them the opportunity to choose for themselves how they are going to respond. So, if you can learn how to stay in the present moment, you may find that life gets a lot easier. It's sort of going along with the flow of the river. We don't anticipate falling over the falls. We may be aware that there are falls, but we also need to know what is coming up ahead. So we need to just stay present with where we are so that we can see if there are rocks in our way. Because if we're looking ahead to the falls, we're going to miss the rock, we're going to miss the stick that we could grab, the branch we could grab to get back out of that flow. All right, let's see what Tina Spalding channels. "You are blessed beings indeed. I am that one you know as Jesus. You've heard the phrase, the power of now. Well, that is the only place you have any say in what goes on. You are obsessed with the past and the future. You are constantly regaling each other about the tales of what has happened in the past. And if people tell you about their broken leg, then you tell them about the time that you broke your leg. The other obsession you have is worrying about the future, making up catastrophic future scenarios of homelessness, poverty, or betrayal. These entertainments you have in your mind, retelling your past and future imaginings, contaminate the present moment. Your present moment is the only place that is truly creative. It is here and now in this very instant that you get to choose your vibration. You get to choose love or fear. When you reminisce about the past or project into the future, you are misusing your mind's powerful abilities to recall and imagine. You are using your creative power to contaminate the eternal now, which is the only place you can plant the seeds of love. Understand that in this place, here and now, nothing has ever or will ever go wrong. When you think of things that have gone wrong or will go wrong, they are not happening. They are in the past or in the future, both imagined places. Your memories are incorrect. Your projections are fantasies. Live in the eternal now. Presence is your gift to the world and yourself. If you remain in presence, you will not be afraid because you are in alignment with what is when you are present. If you are in a conversation with somebody, watch where you leave the present and go into the past or the future. Do it as little as possible. Start to catch yourself. When you find yourself telling the same old story, stop. Come back to the present moment and seek inspiration in the now, appreciation in the now of what is. It is in the present moment, uncontaminated by the past and the future, that you will find your peace. Return to this moment over and over and over again each day, and you will find that you will string one moment of peace onto another and another and another. There, you will come to the realization that time is an illusion. It is merely moments experienced uniquely, one at a time. As you reclaim those moments for peace, you will realize that is all you ever have to do. Take this moment in presence, and this moment in presence, and this moment in presence, and you will have a happy life. I am that one you know as Jesus, and we will speak to you again tomorrow. When we take each moment as it comes, we can realize that in this moment, we are where we need to be. We are doing exactly what we need to do. I was hiking with my sister in law a few years ago, and we kind of got wrapped around a trail, if you will. And so we ended up sort of double hiking. And as I started to project what time of day it was and how long it might take, and the fact that we had to go uphill twice, believe it or not, um, and I didn't have what I considered enough food, and I didn't have enough water, and what if, and what if, and what if, I became very anxious. And so I had to pull myself back into myself and say, this is where I am. And the only way that I'm going to continue to move forward is putting one foot in front of the other. I don't need to worry about anything else, because if I continue to just stay with the present moment, I will continue to move forward. And I'm okay in this moment. And in that present moment state of being, I found myself walking out of the woods in perfect timing. And we made it before dark, and we made it without any big to do. But it was the fear mongering that I did to myself in my own head, the regret and guilt for not having paid attention to the signs, that was creating all of my discomfort. And I know another girl who ended up really getting very lost. She hiked an entirely new mountain than she had anticipated. And so she hiked several hours more than she had anticipated. But in her ability to stay in the present moment, she knew that she was okay no matter what was happening. And it helped her to maintain that frame of mind, that state of presence, to make phone calls, to make connections when she was able to do so. And when she wasn't, she stayed with where she was and continued to hike because she was still able to follow trail signs. Follow the signs of your life, stay in your present moment, and know that you are okay exactly where you are, even if it's a little uncomfortable in the present moment. You are still okay, and you can still get to the next moment. The present moment is all we have. Treat it as a gift. Have a great day. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.